Well, back on another early morning commute to the gym. Oh man. It's kind of crazy to think that I've only got a couple days left until winter break's over. And then I go back to school. Oh well, let's see what this next semester brings for me. I know I mentioned this earlier. I think I mentioned it earlier. But like, there's just, I don't know, there's just something weird about being in your hometown after a while. Like, I knew I grew up here and whatnot, but it's been like 3 years since I graduated high school, and you know, being in your hometown for that long, it just feels weird, you know. Maybe it's like the idea that it's just too familiar, or I don't know. Just something feels weird about it. It's like the past can just easily catch up to you when you stay in your hometown. That's just how I feel. And I've got mixed feelings about that. I don't know. I mean, the only reason I stayed in my hometown for like the first 2 years of my adult life is because I went to community college. And luckily for me, the community college that I went to was next door to my hometown. And they gave us like 2 years free. Like if you lived in like the area around it, you would be able to get 2 years free. If not, well then, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, these guys are trying to rush me. I'm not gonna let them go through. This guy's headlights are getting in the way. Come on, man, you don't have to do this. Whatever. There's another car right next to me, so it's like they can't get through. But anyways, yeah, that's just how I feel. And my hometown, I mean, it's got that small town vibe. Like, everybody knows each other. That's just how it is. Like, everyone here is connected one way or another. Which is crazy. So yeah, I mean, it's a double-edged sword. It's not like, but for me, like, I kind of see it more as like, okay, everyone knows each other, so like, it's pretty easy for rumors and gossip to go around. I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. That's why I don't like the small hometown vibe. Let's be honest. When you've grown up, and with the amount of time you've been in school, let's be honest, you did make some friends, but you probably made some enemies. Alright, you've probably how do I say this? You've probably made some bad memories for people and whatnot. I know I have, for sure. Am I proud of it? No. And it's stuff like that I just want to get off my back, and that's kind of the reason why it's just that's probably part of where the awkward feeling comes from. Like when you're in a big city, like people are gonna instantly forget about you. That's just the vibe I get. Like in a big city, like or in a large environment like university, yeah, people come and go. It's a big environment. There's a whole bunch of people, and you meet someone, and then the next thing you know, they don't remember who you are, and you're just a part of the crowd to them. I mean, you'll say hi to them probably if you end up on good terms, but overall, if you just meet people and that's it, like, nah, they won't remember you that well. In a small town like this, it's not really the case. Like one person will meet you, and then they'll remember you, and then they'll tell everyone, and then they'll tell whoever they can about you. That's kind of the feeling I get in a small town like this. I ran a red light. Sorry, a bad memory just came across. I don't know, man. And then another thing is, like, I want to put high school behind me and whatnot. Yeah, I achieved a lot and all this and that, and high school is fun. But really, the only thing I miss about high school was just the freedom that I had. And that's really it. Like, you don't miss anything else about high school. You just miss that freedom that you used to have. You didn't have to pay bills. You didn't have to... You didn't have to worry about any other responsibilities in general that are similar to that. That was it, man. But I don't know. I guess in return, you did have to deal with like that social pressure, and I feel like as the years go by, that social pressure kind of lowers more and more. It's still high, but it slightly lowers. Like in middle school, it's super bad. Oh my god, man. I hated middle school. I hated it. Like I had some good memories, and I had some teachers that I really like admired and whatnot. But overall, middle school was probably the worst experience for me. And it's probably part of where I got my low self-esteem issues from. So, when I was in middle school, I remember we used to play this game. It was called Oreo. And to sum it up in the best way possible, it's basically a game where you play rock, paper, scissors with someone. And whoever loses has to ask someone out. Whoever wins gets to decide who the loser has to ask out. And most of the time, they'll choose, the winner will usually choose who they think is the ugliest person in their class. And let me tell you, man, I got chosen 3 times. I had 3 girls ask me out from that game. And they were all just like, please say no, please say no. I was just like, wow. Okay. Like, man, that was painful. To have someone be like, please say no to you and all that stuff. And you know why? That hurts. But yeah, man, freaking middle school kids, they'll just rip you apart for anything you've got. Man. That was such a toxic game. I never felt like that was kind of where I felt like I was never gonna get a girlfriend or anything like that. And you know what? Now that I'm an adult, I think I'm kind of glad I never got a girlfriend in middle school or high school. I don't know. I don't think I missed out on much. So, whatever. But yeah. That was one thing. But then again, like, it was 6th grade, and like when you're in 6th grade, you're still kind of just trying to figure out like who you are and like what kind of group you want to be around. And around middle school was like the time where I was just like, I wanted to like be fully dedicated to being a band kid. So it was just like, okay. Overall, man, I think my experience with girls in school was probably the reason why I have self-esteem issues as an adult. Like, the amount of times people have like said similar to that kind of stuff to me as a kid, it's just, man. Like, don't get me wrong, like, okay, then again, I was kind of ugly back in school, so like it was kind of my fault. Like, I never wanted to get braces, and my teeth were like divorced. I never really cared about like what kind of hair I wanted. I just wanted it short for the sake of just being able to deal with it more easily. And overall, like, I didn't exercise or anything like I do now. Like now, like I've taken a whole 180. Like I've started going to the gym and whatnot. I started like actually like seeing like what kind of hair suits me, what kind of outfits suit me and whatnot. And I mean, I'm not doing that great now. I mean, I'm still learning, but overall, I feel way better about myself than when I was in high school. Only to realize that I'm much more shy than I was in school. But yeah, overall, the majority of my experience with girls in school was just part of the reason why I have low self-esteem nowadays. Like, sometimes, like, even though I've made so many changes in myself, and I can tell I look better than when I was in school, like, it's still there. So like, I don't think much has changed in terms of like how I feel about my confidence, but I am proud of the changes I made, especially going to the gym. The good part of being an adult is that social pressure that you feel in school isn't there. Yeah, I gotta worry about bills and stuff, but I don't know, man. I hated being stuck in that social pressure where it just felt like I had to like play a character or whatnot. Like, I hated that. Like, looking back as an adult, I wish I could have just done whatever I wanted and not give a shit about what people thought of me back in school. Like, I really wish that I could have had that confidence to not give a shit about what people think of me in school. And so this is kind of the thing. I don't want to remember high school or middle school. I mean, yeah, I had some good memories here and there, but overall, like, a lot of negative stuff came from it. Alright, but anyways, I'm gonna put all that behind me. So yeah, university. Just a couple days away. Let's see what this next semester brings to me. Hopefully I manage to create more bonds with the people around me, because I will admit, last semester I was like a little nervous around everyone, and I could kind of tell that some of the people there probably don't really approve of me yet, at least. I mean, they're slowly opening up to me, but I think it's just gonna take time, and hopefully this second semester we can pull through. But anyways, that's kind of just a goal that I have this semester. Let's see. I think I'm gonna get to my workout. I'm gonna shut up now. And yeah, see ya.